Hello family, welcome back to the channel, home of the ROC community and home of the Patreon that offers the most value out there. Look, I think a lot of individuals, right, they are confused they're confused on what they are in the investing space, okay? Now, I know that I preach, long-term holding. That's just what I do because I've been investing for a while and crypto is what has worked for me. Okay, but I believe a lot of the newer investors out here, or even some investors that have been out for, who have been investing for quite a couple or a few years, 2 or 3 years or so, they're still confused on what they are. All right, I believe that some investors, they want to label themselves as long-term holders. Okay, but their actions say that they are short-term flippers. Okay, you have to know what you are. Are you a long-term investor? Okay, are you a short-term flipper out here? A lot of individuals are confused. Okay, you cannot put out a lot of craziness saying, I sold this project, I sold that project. Like I said, you do what you want to do. But I make videos like this because a lot of individuals, their actions or, their investing agendas of their self do not match with their actions. You can't say you're long term, but then you're showing actions of constantly short-term flipping. You're doing more short-term flipping than you are a long-term holder. You have to know what you are out here. Me, myself, I am a long-term holder. That's how I do most of my projects because I've seen the most benefit from doing so. And like I said, I know individuals are going to say, oh, but you have a lot of years of experience. You can't just say that because the thing is this. I started out just like a lot of individuals. I started out just like a lot of you. Okay, I once also had to start out in year one. And yes, those beginning years did suck really bad. I had to start out too. Okay, I once had to go through year one, year two, year three. By the time my fourth year came around, that's when I seen a lot of, that's when I seen decent returns. But, I only got to see that because I held. I am a long-term holder. Okay, that's what I label myself as. That's what I found the most benefit because I already tried the short-term stuff and it did not work out as much. Sometimes it did work out, but I did not see the returns like I would if I had held like 4 to 8 years like I've been doing. Okay, so I think a lot of the investors out here are confused on what they are. Are you long-term or are you short-term? Okay, whatever you are, stick with it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with short-term flipping because some individuals out here, they just have the ability to do that. They have the talent, they have the will to do that. They have the knowledge to do that. Some of them know how to benefit more. Look, if you are short-term, okay, you have the ability. You obviously have some kind of ability to do that. Short-term trading. Okay, that's your thing. Okay, but everybody else cannot benefit like that because they're not experiencing it. Okay, they just do not do that. The thing is, they're just impatient. Okay, when you're selling as much as you do, as some of you do, and you're considering yourself a long-term holder, you're not a long-term holder. Okay, you're a short-term flipper. And the thing that makes it even worse is that you're a short-term flipper without experience of knowing how to short-term flip. Okay? A lot of individuals, they do not take into account transaction fees. Are you really getting a profit? Or is your profit really getting eaten up by the transaction fees? Look at the big picture of what you're doing. For a lot of you individuals who do not know what you are, or for a lot of you individuals out there, okay, who consider yourself long-term holders, are you really getting a profit? Okay, you're pulling because a lot of individuals are saying pull, But are you, in the grand scheme of things, are you really getting a profit? Okay? Where have some of your profit went to, like fees and all of that? Are you really getting a profit? All right? Or are you nickel and diming it? Okay, so it's important for us to know what we are. Know what you are and stick to it. Okay? And the thing is this. If you're a long-term holder and you don't have patience, then crypto is just not for you. It's not. All right? It's not for you. You have to have patience. Yes, I went through 8 years, but hey, it was tough. I had to tough it out. The only thing separating me and a lot of you new investors is time. 8 years ago, I decided to get into crypto. 8 years ago, I don't know what you were doing. All right? We have to start somewhere and we have to stick to it because it will pay off in the end. Do what you want to. I'm not telling you the long-term hold. Do what you want to, but at the same time, don't call yourself a long-term holder when you're doing the opposite. Okay, so I want to make this video and I will catch you all on the up and up. Howdy.